Martina the Beautiful Cockroach, a Cuban folktale retold by Carmen, Agra, Deedy. So there are some Spanish words in here, and I'm going to try my best to pronounce them, and I apologize if I mispronounce a couple of things as we're reading. Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha was a beautiful cockroach. She lived in a cozy street lamp in old Havana with her big, lovable family. Look at these different things that are in her house. So there's a comb, a salt shaker, lots of, there are some maracas, frijoles negros, which are black beans, and just other random things. These cockroaches are just hanging out. Now that Martina was 21 days old, so about 3 weeks old, she was ready to give her leg in marriage. So a 3-week-old getting married. That's the life cycle of a cockroach. The Cucaracha household was crawling with excitement. Every señora in the family had something to offer. Tia Cuca gave her una piñeta, a seashell comb. Mama gave her una mantilla, a lace shawl. But Abuela, her Cuban grandmother, gave her un consejo incredible, some shocking advice. So let's see what the grandma's advice is. You want me to do what? Martina was aghast. You are a beautiful cockroach, said Abuela. Finding husbands to choose from will be easy. Picking the right one could be tricky. So here's the Abuela. This must be Martina. They're hanging out. It looks like Martina is using a spoon for a mirror. Let's see what the advice is. But, stammered Martina, how will spilling coffee on a suitor's shoes help me find a good husband? So the grandma wants Martina to spill coffee on the shoes of a potential husband for Martina. Her grandmother smiled. It will make him angry. Then you'll know how he will speak to you when he loses his temper. Trust me, Martina, the coffee test never fails. Martina wasn't so sure. Oh my. Meanwhile, Papa sent El Perico, the parrot, to spread the word. Soon all Havana, from the busy sidewalks of El Prado to El Moro Castle, was abuzz with the news. Martina, the beautiful cockroach, was ready to choose a husband. I wonder if the husband will also be a cockroach, because it looks like these other animals are hanging out too. As was the custom, Martina would greet her suitors from the balcony, under her family's many watchful eyes. Daintily, she sat down and crossed her legs, and crossed her legs, and crossed her legs. That must mean she has a lot of legs. She didn't have long to wait. So she's just hanging, waiting for a potential husband. Okay. Don Gallo, the rooster, strutted up first. Martina tried not to stare at his splendid shoes. All right, so here are the shoes. Here's the rooster. And is this Martina over here? Keeping one eye on his reflection, Don Gallo greeted her with a sweeping bow. Caramba! You really are a beautiful cockroach. I will look even more fabulous with you on my wing. With that, he leaned forward and crooned, Martina Josefina Catalina Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha, won't you be my wife? Martina hesitated only for an instant. Coffee, senor? Sounds like she's going to take her abuela's advice. Right on cue, Abuela appeared. Here's Abuela. With a quick glance at her grandmother, Martina nervously splattered coffee onto the rooster's spotless shoes. Here's the reaction. Oh my, she said, with mock and dismay. I'm all feelers today. Kiki-kiri! The rooster was furious. Clumsy cockroach! I will teach you better manners when you are my wife. Martina was stunned. The coffee test had worked. A most humble offer, senora, she said coolly, but I cannot accept. You are much too cocky for me. Not gonna marry the rooster. Don Gerdo, the pig, hoofed up next. His smell curled the little hairs on Martina's legs. What an unimaginable scent, Martina wheezed. Is it some new pig cologne? Oh, no, señorita. It's the sweet aroma of my pigsty. Rotten eggs, turnip peels, stinky cheese. Don Querdo licked his chops and sang, Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha. Won't you be my wife? Martina had already left in search of coffee. A smelly pig hanging out on this street post that is Martina's home. She wasted no time with the pig. Grunk, grunk, squealed, I'm not sure how to say that, squealed Don Querdo as he dabbed at the coffee on his shoes. What a tragedy for my poor loafers, which is just another name for the shoes. He really is quite a ham, thought Martina. That's supposed to be funny. It's, ham. Haha, get it? Calm yourself, senor. I'll clean them for you. I'll say you will, he snorted. When you are my wife, there'll be no end to cleaning up after me. Martina rolled her eyes in disbelief. A most charming offer, senor, she said dryly, but I must decline. You are much too boorish for me. The coffee test had saved her from yet another unsuitable suitor. She's not marrying the pig. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at this next friend. All right, the lizard. The pig was scarcely out of sight when Don Lagarto, the lizard, crept over the railing. His oily fingers brushed the little cockroach's lovely mantilla. You shouldn't sneak up on a lady like that. I don't sneak, I creep, he said, circling Martina. For some reason, this fellow really bugged her. I've had enough of creeps for one day, said Martina. Adios. But I need you. Wait. The lizard fell on one scaly knee and warbled. Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha, beautiful muchacha. Won't you be my wife? Martina sighed. Let me see if there's any coffee left. She is trying to get rid of this lizard. Let's see what happens with the coffee. This time she wasn't taking any chances. Martina returned with 2 cups for the lizard. Psst, psst, he spat. Don Lagarto was livid. He changed colors 3 times before he finally found his true one. And to think, he hissed, I was going to marry you. Martina stared at the lizard. You could have heard a breadcrumb drop. Food for thought, senor, Martina said icily, but I must refuse. You are much too cold-blooded for me. Goodbye. Look at her, just pouring it over the balcony. His little tongue is sticking out and his hat is gone. Goodbye, Mr. Lizard. When her grandmother returned to collect the day's coffee cups, Martina was still fuming. I'm going inside, abuela. So soon? See, I'm afraid of whom I might meet next. Abuela drew Martina to the railing and pointed to the garden below. What about him? Who is it going to be? Martina looked down at the tiny brown mouse, and her cockroach heart began to beat faster. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, abuela, he's adorable. Where's he been? Right here all along. What do I do? Go talk to him and just be yourself. So there's a little mouse in there somewhere. I'm having a hard time seeing him. I think he's right here. He kind of blends in with that basket. There he is. Oh, he's adorable. He really is. Martina handed Abuela her piñata and mantilla, then scurried down to the garden. The mouse was waiting. Tick, 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 tack. That's her heart beating. Hola, hello. His voice was like warm honey. My name is Perez. Hola, she whispered shyly. I'm Martina, the beautiful cockroach, he finished for her. You think I'm beautiful? The little mouse turned pink under his fur. Well, my eyes are rather weak, but I have excellent ears. I know you are strong and good. Martina, Josefina, Catalina, Cucaracha. Then he squinted sweetly. Who cares if you are beautiful? Tick, 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 tick. All right, so her heart is beating faster. Martina. Don't forget the coffee. It was Abuela. All right, so the coffee test. Let's see how it goes. Look at her little antenna are shaped like a heart. No, thought Marina. No coffee for Perez. Martina, Josefina, Carolina, Cucaracha. Si, abuela. Martina knew better than to argue with her Cuban grandmother. With a heavy heart, she reached for the cup. I wonder, why do you think she's worried about this coffee and the little mouse? But Perez got there first. Quick as a mouse, he splashed Cafe Cubano onto Martina's shoes. Now the coffee was on the other foot. Martina was too delighted to be angry. At last, she'd found the perfect match. But she had to ask, "How did you know about the coffee test?" Perez grinned. "Well, mi amor, my love." Oh, he coffee tested her. I, too, have a Cuban grandmother. Oh, that's so sweet. Look, there's his little grandma up there. Martina the Beautiful Cockroach.